Hello everyone, my name is Tom. I'm from Re-Educate Autism, and today is a bit of a resources video on different resources you can use just if got someone of autism, and obviously anything you could use to help support them. Just a bit about myself. I founded it this year, Re-Educate Autism. I'm autistic myself, and I'm also on autism peer mentoring at the moment. So it's a quite nice thing to be doing at the moment, supporting. I'm actually starting up Re-Educate Autism, so it's not a group or business yet, but obviously just going to get into it really at this point of time. So, first thing I would like to say about schedules and what's next. So, again, there can be a lot of anticipation for people. So, what you can do to really help them with that is obviously, as you can see here, you can see that this is what our plans for the day are, and you can then anticipate any problems or any issues. Another one here for more older people are the jobs to do. So get out of bed, have a shower, how much time it takes, and what order you need to take them in. So it gives them like a way to break down the day, but also look at anticipating issues, um, how the day is structured so we can be less stressed out, but also being able to manage that time and be able to make schedules sometimes is really good as well. So they can put what things they think go first and kind of organize it themselves because they can then obviously be um, their own confidence on what obviously is coming up and all that type of stuff, or break down the tasks for the day. It can be very overwhelming. And just another one I saw online, which was really cool. Obviously, you can see here just everything they need to do for the day. So, because sometimes they may forget to brush their teeth or get the bag ready. So, it's making sure that it's all on there and it's like it's Velcro, so you can put a tick you've done it, and also you can order them as well, and you can take them off. So that's really really cool. And I would suggest like routines like these are really useful for autistic people because I know then this is the day, this is what we're doing on this day, this is what we're doing on that day. It breaks it down a lot and it makes it much easier in the morning than unstructured routines because this really gives them a plan of what's happening in the morning and make sure they can get all the steps. Because obviously, if you've got ADHD or ADD, you may forget the steps, you may forget things of autism as well, being on the spectrum as well. So another thing you can do, especially if you've got assignments or homework, and it's quite a big chunk of homework, what you can do is break it down into step tasks. So one, two, three, four. You can tick it. You can do like a list of things. So, for example, this homework is on, I don't know, geography, and learning about um, you different culture holidays, something like that. You can then take it into steps like, okay, so today I'm looking at Spain, next time I'll look at Italy, and then I will compare them in the next bit like that. And also you can do it in steps. So again, if you're, I don't know, decorating your room, for example, first one stage is get the paint. Second stage is make sure that I've got all the brushes. Third stage is make sure the paints are mixed. Fourth stage, do one or two, one wall, then do the next wall, then do the next wall. So it's stage, 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 stage. Let it dry, then obviously it'll be all done. So it's breaking down those tasks to make it easier for people because I think the issue is it can be very difficult if you're just having all these tasks um, all down on one page. So obviously it's just better breaking down tasks day one, day two, day six, stage one, stage two, or part one up to five as well. But getting the situation and then obviously breaking it down a bit is a really, really good way of looking at it. So this is another thing as well I want to talk about is obviously a to-do so folders and also things like putting down like you've got therapy at this time, you've got change the sheets, you got to do got your concert, you've got family night, just being having different stickers for different colours and organisation as well. So you've got your to-do folder, you've got your working on folder and your completed folder. And again, that's really, really useful because then you can look at, okay, this is what I need to do. And then you can move it and you can feel like you've made small achievements to that big road. And it's making a big task more manageable and setting good habits as well. It's all starting with that, really. It's making good, manageable habits as well as color coding, using organization tools, using different things like this needs to be done, this needs to be completed. Again, some people might look at to do folder and think, oh, God, there's a lot there. So again, you can put it into manageable chunks again. So you can just put everything else in one folder and then like have a to-do folder for today. So for today, it's just this sheet. Then you can, when you've completed it, put it into the green one and then put another one in, etc., etc. But then they can look at the green one and think, God, they can look at the green one and think, God, I've done all this. So, it's really, really good. Color coding, um, you know, sitting down on a Sunday, just color coding what's going on in the week, just to be aware of chores or anything like that. Small tasks, making them more manageable. It's a really, really good idea. Another one here for home. It's always good to have visuals for toys and coloring books or whatever, or your work, or obviously organization. So I love these. I used to have one as a kid. You can put all your what you're gonna wear in each day. You can fold it up and put them in. Get your weekend ones, Friday up to Monday. You can also put in like color here, so like all like pictures and colors, and obviously it gives you indication of what you need to put in there. So again, for me, I'll show you very quickly. I've got um, pencil holders for each ones. Also, I want to put like little things into things. I've got one of these as well, which are really useful. So all these types of things, autistic people love because it makes it really easy, make it all nice and visual. And again, it's just making it more simplified. And again, for more adult ones, you can obviously have more organized spaces in their storage as well, which is really helpful. More boxes for coloring, pens, pencils, all that type of stuff. But this is quite useful just to keep, what you're wearing on what day. It's all organized for them. It's really, really more simple. Now, for more the complex tools, obviously having a escape face, sensory toys are going to be really important. So obviously in the house, an escape hatch or place they can go. But I think mainly just some toys. Being able to de-talk meditation is really important because it's really, really important for autistic people. Physical exercise and weighted blankets are great. Obviously, weighted blankets are very expensive as well as getting animals, so sometimes it's not very useful. But again, a few things like meditation and sensory toys are brilliant. And making that sensory space in your house is also great because you're able to make such a difference and be able to relax and be able to cope with different situations as well. So using that space, using that area to make a very calming sensory space, toys and places they can go really will support them going forward as well. Some people like chew tops because they don't chewing things, so it's more for younger. But again, that depends on what you want really for that. Doesn't work for everyone. So I think more on the teaching meditation, sensory toys, and a place to escape as well will be brilliant. It will really, really support them. Other resources. So again, for autistic people, they might want to know what route they need to go. So this is between somewhere in Manchester to Victoria Railway Station. And obviously, it says here the journey between Eccles and the railway station. And obviously, it says this is really good with Google because it actually says what route you need to take, so what bus you need to take, where you need to get on, where you need to get off, what are the stops, where does it go through, is it crowded and is it accessible as well? It gives you all that information. So again, another one's City Planner as well, which is really, really useful. It tells you where you need to get on, where you need to get off, how busy it is as well, which is really, really useful. Again, this is the Metro Centre. You can see here where it's busy and when it's not. You can plan to go between 9 and 10 or 9 and 11, 9 till 11 a.m. because it's busy then, not busy then. 6 till 9 in the evening, it's not busy then, but we're going to avoid 12 till 5 because it's very busy then. It might be very over censoring. So again, Google has this information, which is really useful too. Other things like again, as I said, sensory toys are really, really useful. Have loads of these so you can try them out, see what works for you. Really, it really does help. And again, what words to use if you're struggling to know what words you need to use, or do you like this, or you're looking at you're good at sorry that. So again, things like that, just those starter questions sometimes can help for autistic person because they don't know what to say or they feel a bit nervous to say what they need to just to say. So that really does help too. Other things you can use, again, Google Lists is brilliant. You can use those. Again, some sunglasses or some mine. So again, you need to have a look at other things as well. Again, like calendars like this one, it's a big old calendar like this, really useful. You can just doodle everywhere and put everything in. It's nice and big so you can see it. Uh, Glasses as well. Let's just show you. So these are supported with lights and stuff. If you're a bit sensitive to light, you can put these on and they're really useful because it really dims the lighting as well. So that's really useful too. And also headphones as well. So these are my headphones. They're noise sensory, so then obviously you don't hear all the noise. It's noise cancelling and they're brilliant for people who are sensitive with sound. Okay, some other things as well. This is autism mood tracker. And you can see, obviously, to keep record of how they're feeling and all that type of stuff there as well. So again, how the stress level, sensory saying, weather, mood notes. So you can just keep track, and then obviously then you can go back to it and say, okay, they struggled on this day and this day. What was it that's causing that trigger? So if you're not sure about the triggers, that will really help, but also to help manage it as well, which is really good. For more non-verbal, there is the non-verbal uh, cues on here, and also the autism alert card as well, if they are more for more adult autistic people, and obviously just to alert people if needs be. And there's some other schemes as well around your areas, so do go and check those out. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. I hope that was really helpful and give you some insight about autism and how you can support it. Please do give us a like, put a comment or question in, and obviously do give us a follow and subscribe for more from Re-Educate Autism. So thank you again, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.